Alrighty, so the news is out. It is 30 minutes late. I really don't know what's going on with the news lately. Like, I really just wish that they would concrete a time like it has been for the past year and a half. But whatever. Anyway, so it looks like we are going to have a 2-hour maintenance, which isn't too long, honestly. This is going to be like a bigger week where we actually get a banner and some content and stuff like that. So 2 hours is fairly short. I feel like they do at least like a 3-hour patch, but that's fine, I guess. New heroes, of course. I don't know what possessed them to be like, hey, you know what would be a really good festival? The Yan for the 2nd year anniversary. And then to even further make it not hype, they said a new Golden Wings Elaine would also be super sick for the 2nd year anniversary. I don't know whose decision that was, but I don't know a whole lot of Elaine fans, but I guess they're happy. Anyway, so yeah, there's a new Golden Wings Elaine. So this is the Elaine that uses the same costumes as the Christmas like Gold Wings Elaine that's already out, the red one. So this is a blue version of her, and she is literally just fairy support, which can be okay, but I think for a majority of players this is going to be an easy skip banner. The only reason I think that people might end up summoning on this banner is if 1, they want to run fairies, or 2, they get baited by some of the other characters that are on the banner, because unfortunately they are really making this into a bait banner. They're putting Christmas Lilia on here and a bunch of other seasonal characters that are just a little bit, far and few between, so you don't actually get to see them all that often. I have to say, I think I might end up summoning on this banner if the next banner that gets revealed on JP is not super good, because I did miss out on Christmas Lilia originally, and not that I really should be chasing an unfeatured character, but Christmas Lilia is very good, so I would like to try to get her if possible. And if I don't end up getting her, and I end up just getting Blue Elaine, it is what it is. I'm the one that's summoning for the character anyway. It's my mistake if I I'm only going to do 1 rotation at the very most either way. I kind of wish it was a selector almost, because I don't really have a whole lot of interest in this character, if I'm being totally honest. But if you don't summon, you can't get a character, but at the same time, it's definitely not the good kind of banner that you should be summoning on. So yeah, there are 2 new holy relics, of course, for Small Wings King, so the original Festival King, which is kind of cool. I think there's been a little bit of people on JP showcasing this one a little bit more recently. And then, of course, the Golden Wings Elaine is actually getting a holy relic, which is kind of weird. I kind of figured that they would try to give the original Elaine a holy relic first, because she's an older fairy and it would be kind of nice for her to get a buff, I think. But I don't know, we're getting this one, and it's pretty decent. It increases all enemies damage taken while having the shock debuff, which, if you don't know, this blue Elaine deals a lot with shock. I don't necessarily think that's going to help out the red one too much. I can't remember exactly what her kit is. I assume it has shock in it as well, but I'm not positive on that. My mind says it doesn't have shock in it, but I think it would if they're giving a holy relic to 2 characters. If they're just completely cucking the red one, I think that would be really weird. So yeah, the King Relic is inflicts bleed for 2 turns when the hero deals damage with an all target attack skill. So his corrosion skill, I think it is the one that deals, is it corrosion or poison? I can't remember which one it is, but his AoE skill will now deal bleed if you have the holy relic, which is kind of cool because it eliminates the need to really have like Demon Hendrickson on your team at all, so you can run a little bit more interesting comps, I guess. So that's kind of nice. Obviously, the whole goal is they're trying to replace Hendrickson, I think, with this Elaine, and then if you get the Holy Relic, you just completely don't need Hendrickson at all, because he puts, I think it's shock and bleed debuffs on, so you can completely bypass him by using these holy relics and this character. So I don't know, the Small Wings King is really hard to be meta, but they're not letting up. They really want to like revive that character and make sure that he's halfway decent, which I guess is a good thing, but it's just really weird to see that they haven't just given up on trying to make him good at this point. There are new bundles, of course, because there's a new banner. They always end up doing a new banner with bundles. They're bringing out Rank Up Bundle 8, which is actually really nice. If you're unaware, these Rank Up bundles are really good value most of the time. I'm assuming this one's going to be $80 because the last one was $60, I think. I don't know for sure on that, but these are normally like really good value for actual like dollars to diamond ratio. Most of the Rank Up bundles are like a really nice get if you have the money and you're willing to spend it on the game. Not that I'm condoning that at all, but depending on the price of this one, if it's $80, I'll probably dodge it as long as I can, but if it's $60, I probably will end up getting this one at some point whenever I need diamonds. But yeah, that's kind of nice. Honestly, these are probably the most sought after like bundles that they end up releasing, unless they're just like a special bundle that has like really good value for like a celebration or something like that. So kind of neat, I guess. If you don't have to buy it, of course, if you don't want to, but nice to have the option, I guess. System updates: added training grotto missions and auto clear tickets. So I'm actually looking forward to this quite a bit. We're going to be able to use like skip tickets on training grotto, which is really nice because, you know, training grotto just takes a lot of time. I'm still not super happy with the training grotto at the moment. It looks like this is a little bit more interesting though. I don't think I've seen anybody on JP talk about this actually. Just personally, I've not watched a whole lot of videos on training grotto or anything like that from JP players. But battle mission: so clear with a team, combat class of, you know, this or higher, clear with only strength attribute heroes on the team, clear without using an ultimate move, clear with a demon hero in the team, excluding traditional or additional races. Okay. Clear with all all heroes having more than 60% HP. Auto clear tickets become usable after a 5-star clear. Oh, okay. So that's kind of interesting. I guess that'll give you a little bit more like hands-on approach. I think it would be better to just have missions give you better rewards, maybe, if you want to go for that, and then just always be able to auto clear ticket it, I guess. But kind of cool, but kind of weird at the same time. You can actually, you know, do missions on each of these, you know, battles, and you'll unlock the ability to skip it, which is kind of nice. I don't know, it's a little bit of a weird approach, not ideal, I don't think, but it's okay. I mean, I'm kind of interested in that. Battle missions are added on each Amber stage. Auto clear tickets become usable after 5-star clear, not usable for illusion Amber stages. That's actually kind of annoying. Not super annoying because you only have to do 3 of them, but I don't know. It's not. I'm not looking forward to that. Either way, added main stage autoplay function. So autoplay function in the main stage will be unlocked once you reach player rank 60. So I'm not sure exactly what stages you're going to be able to auto for the main storyline, but I'm assuming it's the lower tier missions, like some of the like older missions. I don't think you're going to be able to auto the newer stuff as it comes out, but we'll see. I don't know for sure on that one. Improved 7 constellations growth point quality of life. When GP is acquired, your total number of GP will appear with a shortcut to your constellations. Your current amount of GP will be visible in the hero menu. Automatically activate activate to the furthest point of stones from your own GP. When activated, a preview of possible stones to unlock will appear. Okay, so that's fine. Improved demonic beast weekly selection quality of life. Okay, you will be asked to confirm your demonic beast selection after your deck is set to battle against the demonic beast. Okay, so I think they're just trying to make it a little bit more clear on what you're going to get by locking in either the deer or the bird, so that way people aren't like super confused about it or maybe messing that up somehow. I guess that's fine. I normally lock in the deer just so that way I can get the new materials. But at the moment, I have enough for a relic, so I'm thinking about going back to messing around with the bird a little bit so I can get some of the older relics, but I'm not positive because I can grind the bird out. Like, I've been grinding it a ton this week, trying to make sure that I can get, you know, prepped for any of the relics that I'm wanting to try to make. So I don't know, very interesting, I guess. Improved a daily task mission. The Visal Fight Festival participation task has been improved. Before, oh, this is actually super nice. So before, you used to have to do normal Fight Festival, but now you can just do any Fight Festival, I guess. So that's actually really nice. I've always thought it was kind of weird that they made you play ungeared for the daily, but now you'll be able to just play whatever you want, which is actually kind of cool because if I'm just doing pure daily, I don't give a crap really about my geared PvP like rank most of the time. So I would much rather just like if I was like dying to get it over with and I was just trying to like get my dailies over and go to bed or something like that, because I normally do them at reset, I would much rather just go into geared PvP and like forfeit, or, you know, geared PvP is just a lot faster most of the time. So that's kind of a nice improvement. I'm kind of glad they finally did that. It's honestly kind of weird that they haven't done that, you know, before now. Improved King's material exchange system. Grimoire of Darkness can be exchanged with King. The display of exchange costs from the equivalent exchange is removed. So I don't know if they're saying that it can be done all the time now, or you like because you don't need melee to do it anymore, or what the deal with this one is specifically. I guess that's fine. You can get prepped on those if you don't have a dark hero already. Improved knighthood competition. You can now change the order of your teams when setting up your defense. So this is for Guild Wars. I don't know too much about Guild Wars, to be honest, so hopefully that's a decent change. Added battle tips. Oh boy. The 2 new battle tips will be added during the loading screens in the battle menu. Okay, so normal stuff. The attack, defense, and HP related stats of all monsters will not fall below 20% of their maximums after receiving unique and skill effects. What? Okay. If the damage decrease is greater than the damage increase, a maximum of 80% of the damage decrease will be applied. Okay. Whatever. Added a description to the item storage. A description below will be displayed when your item storage is empty. Your storage is empty. Go on an adventure to obtain items. All right. I'm sure not a lot of people will see that. Added a knighthood boss battle / final boss battle replay on function. A replay function is added to the knighthood boss battle and final boss battle. So you can set it to autoplay or like auto replay final bosses now. That would be super, super nice if that's the case, because, you know, normally you would have to like you'd have to set your final boss to auto, and then you would still end up having to like keep track of it every time it finished one. I hope that's what that means, because that's honestly pretty cool. I don't know how much it'll get use out of knighthood boss battle, because I feel like that's a lot more hands-on because you're trying to get a specific score or whatever. And I mean, you definitely do that on final boss as well, but there's an exchange shop for final bosses, so it makes more sense there, I think. So that's kind of interesting. New events. The Doll's Day Festival event arrives with the warm spring breeze. No idea what that means. Global 2nd Anniversary Part 2 special mission, so you're going to get a free multi's worth of tickets for the Elaine banner. 2 new holy relics added. Okay, we've already seen that. New special draw for Elaine. Goddess versus Demons of Fierce Might, an Ancient Holy War event. So I don't think the way that they did it on JP is they're adding Ancient Holy War as a game mode, but I think you were able to just pick or I think it was just kind of like a gearing up for it kind of thing. Like it was just, you could see it and sort of look at it, but you weren't able to sign up for it or anything like that until the week after. So I'm not sure if they're actually going to let us play it this week, or we're going to have to wait a week like JP did. I'm assuming that would be the case. So yeah, here's the missions. Draw 1 time, salvage 10 equipment, participate in Visal Fight Festival 2 times, clear the Fort Solgris dungeon 3 times, clear deathmatch 3 times. I hate this mission right here because it caps it to where you have to wait 3 days before you can finish these missions. I would much rather just be able to get the free multi in the day that the banner drops, or even the second day, but they aren't that nice. Doll's Day Festival event. So clear event stages and collect event items to obtain various rewards. I don't know what this is specifically, but it looks like it's just going to be some sort of exchange shop thing where you got to gather these resources and maybe trade them in for rewards, I guess, which is kind of nice. Looks like you can get 10 diamonds from it. You get 30 of each of the cosmetic upgrades, which is kind of cool. A couple of decent things here from doing the event stages. Okay, so I think it might be some sort of like actual story little like event thing. Not positive on that, but you get a couple of the actual materials themselves. You know, pretty normal stuff, I guess. I mean, most of these rewards are kind of meh, but these first three are okay. Looks like this little stand right here in the back is where you're going to access it. Clear the first stage in the Doll's Day Festival. Red Cloth of the Altar and Spring Altar will appear in both the Season 1 and Season 3 taverns. If you complete free stage clear count, so you beat it 3 times all the way up to 50 times to get 40 anvils and 3 hammers. Why wouldn't they just give you 5 hammers? That's so dumb. Enemy count defeat, so if you beat up to 300 enemies, you drop a bunch of the resources that you need for the event, and then you can get some extra cosmetic upgrades, I guess, if you finish these challenges. So that's kind of neat. Details. Elizabeth looks for ways to entertain people as they celebrate spring. Gother mentions reading about a festival in the book Foreign Festivals. What will their springtime festival be? How to participate. Enter via the event banner located in the top left of in either of the tavern or world. You can clear event stages up to 5 times daily in all difficulties. Oh boy. So it's just going to be something that we're going to have to just skip ticket through or auto through 5 times a day, so that way we can get the rewards and stuff like that out of it. That's kind of lame. I wish they would stop putting these caps on it, but whatever. Chapter clear rewards. So so now if you've caught up with the story mode, they're going to give you chapter rewards for 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. The rewards really don't look all that great, to be honest. I mean, they could have bumped these up a little bit more in my opinion, but that's fine, I guess. Part 2 of the reward dungeon for Fort Solgris is going to be out, so these are going to be the guaranteed rewards, and then depending on what box you drop, you get some of the demon rewards here. Fight Festival boosting event. Period 328, so it's not this week, but next week they're going to be doing, I'm pretty sure it's 4v4s. Yeah, so 4 hero battles is going to start next week after the maintenance. I'm pretty sure they're already doing that on JP at this point, so yeah, get ready for that. I'm not normally a big fan, but there are some fun and interesting team comps that you can kind of do during 4v4, so maybe it'll bring a little bit more PvP content to the channel, hopefully. Acquire rewards based on your Fight Festival victories. Oh, okay, so they're doing the rewards per victory count, so they're basically forcing you to win at least 15 matches each week, so that way you can get rewards, which isn't normally too bad, but I'm assuming that could be kind of troublesome for either newer players, or if you don't keep up with the metas and stuff like that, it could be a trouble. But yeah, Fight Festival points are increased by 50%, so that's kind of cool. Boosting events, deathmatch clear rewards and host rewards are doubled, so this is going to be a really good time to like start stocking up on demon materials. I think I might try to take advantage of that this time around because I'm kind of low. Patrol dispatch auto clear tickets ×2, that's fine. Daily task reward boost, so this is your dailies for each day of the week, and they're going to be expanding a little bit on the rewards there, so instead of 2 diamonds you get 3 diamonds, etc. So kind of neat. That'll definitely help out through the next, is it just 1 week? I think it is. Oh well, that's fine, I guess. Warm springtime tavern decorations. Oh, okay, so they're bringing out a new, I'm assuming this is a season 3 tavern exclusive, which is kind of nice. If you don't already know, make sure that if you get season 3 tavern cosmetics, even if you use just the regular tavern like I do, like I use the season 1 and 2 tavern, make sure that you equip your you have to buy these. Never mind, just don't buy these. It's not going to be worth it. But even if you might have already gotten some free season 3 cosmetics from some of the previous events that they've done, make sure you equip those, because you get the rewards from having the season 3 tavern cosmetics as well as the season 1 and 2 cosmetics, on top of each other. So make sure you do that if you haven't already. It doesn't look like any of this is going to be worth much. Friendship coin gain, gold gained in the free stages, affinity gain from items, recipe, XP gain, not really all that useful. Affection from conversations, all areas deathmatch rate 5% increase. Oh boy. Fort Solgris gold dungeon reward gauge 2% increase. It's really not all that good. 2% is kind of lame. Acquire 3,000 gold upon clearing daily tasks. I mean, I guess that would maybe sort of build up over time, but I don't know that would be great. Increases training Grotto's free daily amber change limit by 1. That one's kind of interesting, but I don't think you should spend 30 diamonds on any of these. 2 bond affection when cooking with bond. Okay, that's lame. Don't buy those. Details, who cares? Ancient Holy War event. So after the 322 maintenance, which is the maintenance for this patch, and then so the battle, so you can pick your faction after the update. So you'll pick whether or not you want to be on Stigma or the 10 Commandments, and then the battle event where you actually are going to be able to do the content is on the 330 update all the way into 4.5. So it is the 330 update is a day late, so maybe I think we might be getting a day late on news next week, so I'm going to try to keep that in mind before I complain about it. Yeah, we'll be able to do the actual content itself, which seems to be like a raid, almost like an interesting raid where they don't necessarily have like HP, but you have to just deal enough damage to like stun the enemy or whatever, which is kind of weird. We'll look at that a little bit more when it actually drops, but it seems very grindy, and the rewards are very lackluster, so I'm not really looking forward to it, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know how often they're going to be running the event, but I don't know. Most of the event, like rewards in general, just really don't seem all that good. This is the exchange shop, which, you know, Super Awakening coins are good, engraving stones are good. SSR pendants, they're still being extremely stingy with them. 5 anvils or 5 hammers is all you get from that, and then just a bunch of other stuff that you really don't care too much about. But I don't know. Whatever. This is actually quite a long note, or patch note. Battle details. Ancient Holy War is based on a boss battle found in 3 normal zones and a special zone. The Holy War points you acquire at the end of the battle contribute to your faction. Each faction's contribution points are calculated at the end of the war, and the faction with the higher contribution score will win, or will come out victorious. So, yeah, it says right here, you basically get double rewards if you win instead of losing. So, I mean, even then, the winning or losing rewards, there's no diamonds involved or anything like that, so I don't think there's going to be like a super big like factor trying to make people push for it. So that's kind of lame. 3 normal zones, 3 hero battle system, consume stamina, autoplay enabled, drops rewards. Clear each stage to get special zone entry tickets, which is what you're going to use to fight the actual raid. I don't know. We'll look at this a little bit more in detail whenever the patch actually drops. I don't want to read over all this stuff because we've already been recording for a really long time, actually, for just a news update. It looks like we're going to be getting 2 battle events. One is on the 22nd. Well, actually, no. I think both of these are for the 22nd and to the 28th. So, yeah, both of these are going to be for this update, which is kind of nice. What is this right here, actually? Once a faction is selected, it cannot be changed until the end of the event. Knights who have not selected the faction during the event period will be placed automatically. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. I'm assuming if a lot of people go for one side and you don't pick a faction, it's probably going to throw you into the other side to help try to balance things out. But I assume if you don't pick a faction, you're probably not interested in it and you're not going to contribute to the other team. So, I don't know. Who knows? A bunch of the Part 1 festival events are going to be ending. A couple of the bundles and stuff like that are also going to be going away. So, you know, be a little bit wary there if you're missing out on anything. Make sure you try to get that done in the next day or so. And that is pretty much it. So, like I said, I'm not going to be summoning on this banner as soon as it drops. I'm going to be waiting a day or two to make sure that JP's not going to get anything actually good, so I'm not super baited by this banner, because I do have a decent amount of diamonds that I can use to, you know, summon on the banner, but I'd rather not summon for this character if there's something better right around the corner, because I'm not super interested in this character alone. I'd much rather get Lilia that's on the banner. So that is it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a little bit of a long one, so if you would, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.